Hi, Judy from Witch Piece Craft. I'm into stitchcraft, not witchcraft, and welcome to today's video. Hope you're sitting down with your feet up and you did grab a cuppa like me, because we could be here for a while. Well, I got home today and I've got happy mail. So when I buy stuff online and it arrives in my mailbox, it makes me happy. So I call it happy mail to myself, which I did get. For those of you who've been following me for a while, you'll remember I got quite a few gift vouchers for my birthday, and I still had some money to spend at Mean Mother's Creations online shop in Sydney. And on June the 30th, end of financial year, they had a day of free delivery. If you bought stuff that day, you would get free delivery. So I used the rest of my voucher. Well, I pre-opened it because something I bought was fragile and I was worried it'd broken. I got myself a mug, practicing stitchcraft. I like this, not like I need any more mugs or cups, but I really like this, and I get a little tired of the trolls asking me if I practice witchcraft. But yeah, it's in fine. Came in a little box, it was well packed, and it's not cracked or broken, which is great. Now, the yarn I bought. Mandala. I love mandala yarn. I bought one in the colour Genie. I already have two. I'm planning a project. It's possible I might need 4, but we'll see, because me mothers can get it in for me, but it's not that cheap. But I do like my mandala. So I got a cake of that. Christmas in July got me inspired, and I have a project planned for Christmas, but I needed some sparkly green, so I got Karen Simply Soft Party Yarn in green. I don't need a lot, but why not? I already have a ball of this. This is Karen Simply Soft in gold, my favourite colours. Can't remember when I got it or where I got it from, but the project I've got earmarked for it needs 2, so I bought one of those. And I keep saying I'm going to make some socks, and I bought, what is it? Premium Serenity Sock Yarn 3. There's no colourway, no, it's just got a number. It's variegated like Madonna Ballard's cat. It's variegated in blue, pink, green, cream. Now I bought 3 and they're 50-gram balls. It's really soft, it's super fine. Merino wool, 50%, 25% rayon and 25% nylon. But because I'm making these socks to go up a little girl's thigh, I don't think 3 is going to be enough. Even though I worked that out to the pattern, I reckon I'm going to need 4. We will see. So they were my Happy Mail acquisitions to myself from Mean Mothers. And I bought a pattern online. Now, I don't usually buy patterns. I stick to free patterns or tutorials. I think I bought one other pattern last month. I'm getting into this pattern thing. I was watching Narelle, I think her name is, from the Dabbling hook, and she was showing her Victrina beanies. And I went online and bought her pattern. I love the look of this beanie. Can you see that? It's textured, it's great. However, I think it's me. This is Woolies I bought to make it in. I did have some super soft chunky yarn that I tried and it didn't work. And I'm not having much luck with this one. And I think it's because of this cheap, crappy plastic hook. It was the only one in Cairns in the size I needed. I think it catches, it doesn't move the yarn along very well because it's cheap and crappy. So, I don't know whether I'll persevere with that hook or wait till I get a better hook. I had been looking at Mean Mother's website. They have tulip hooks. I think there's a set of size 8, 9 and 10 in a case that look really nice, but I may have to wait till I get back from my holiday because they're not cheap. But yeah, I'm determined to make this pattern because I love this beanie, even if I step down from chunky to a 4-weight. For me, I normally use a 3-weight or 8-ply quite a lot, and I stepped up to a 4-weight and I didn't mind it. This is the first time I've tried to use a chunky yarn. Now, Debbie from Canadian Crocheted was saying on her podcast, she's making the same beanie. She's got something wrong with her left wrist. And this is a slip stitch rib, and she did a single crochet. So maybe I'll take that tip from her when I get a better quality hook. That thing is bad, bad, bad. So that was that pattern. That was my other acquisition to myself. Put that away over there. And I was watching, no problem, watching too many podcasts. It's Jan Carruthers from the UK. Jan, the Urban Gypsy. I think that's what she calls her Etsy shop. Drop the rubbish on the floor. She bought a book on 20 to knit tea cozies, and I love my tea cozies, and I like this pattern book. She went right through it. I bought it from Wordry online bookstore in Australia. Now, there's a beehive tea cozy in there. I make a beehive different to that. And I can get those buttons, but those buttons are $5 each here. I'm not sure it's worth it. Is it flaring? I won't go right through the book. I'll show you the one I think I might start with, because I get asked all the time. I make quite a few animal tea cozies. Is the owl tea cozy. I think he'll be my first project. I notice most of them have got the rolled knitted bottom because they are all knitted, which is handy sometimes instead of a rib. Which reminds me, I had my first sale on my Etsy shop this week. Yay! And it happened to be a tea cozy. I only sell it in Australia. I don't sell worldwide. And it's generally just surplus stuff I've got that I sell on there, recover the cost so I can make more stuff. I did make a sale last month, but the lady cancelled it, and that was for a cowl. She decided it was too heavy. She didn't want it. So that's my acquisition Happy Mail that I sent to myself, because it always makes me happy to get new stuff. Wouldn't it you? Which reminds me, I could have a drink of tea. I drink tea. And my new addiction. Thanks, Libby. Libby was my yarn swap buddy in Llama Mama Kayla's yarn swap, and she sent me some strawberry, raspberry, loganberry teas to try. Well, I'm buying them by the box now, Libby. I am addicted to these teas. I love them. They're so refreshing for the tropics. I have a box at work. I have a box at home. I really like them. So that was something nice out of my yarn swap that, you know, wasn't yarn that I really enjoy. So, on to my finished objects. Well, remember I was going to make a bath mat, and I wanted to use t-shirt yarn. But me, I bought Lincraft spaghetti yarn, and it's called spaghetti yarn for a reason. I was going to do a contrasting colour bath mat, but I couldn't use both colours because one lot of spaghetti yarn was thin and one lot of spaghetti yarn was fat, and it didn't crochet up well. Janet Lepre sent me a bath mat pattern, a semicircle one. I love it. I finished it in the orange. I didn't do the contrast. I love the pattern. I hate this yarn. It was so hard to work with it, and it's not really t-shirt yarn, because about a third of the way through it, I realised, for those of you who are old enough and so remember bice binding, well, that's what it feels like, bice binding. I hate this yarn, and I've now got a ball and a half to use up. I might end up donating it to someone if they like it, but hey, it was a shocker. But the pattern is perfect. It fits exactly where I want it to go. I may make one to go in front of my kitchen sink. I have 2 dish-lex drawers, but for a dishwasher, and my husband still prefers to wash the dishes by hand. He complains the tiles hurt his feet when he stands there, so maybe I'll be generous enough to make him a semicircle bath mat or mat to stand on while he's there, but definitely in a different yarn. This was a nightmare. I ended up with a really sore thumb and finger, sore wrist pulling because it did not move along the crochet hook well. And yes, I had a clover hook for that, but it wasn't good and big enough for the woolies. So you'll also remember I made a Bag O Day glass case, and I said it's for charity, and I lined it. Well, and loved it. I was going to make another one. Well, I did. Input lavender. I can't even tell you what yarn it is. I know it's a 4-weight because it was in my 4-weight bag. I've obviously had this bit for a while. I lined it. I did a better job of the case, but not a great job on the lining. But they're getting donated to charity. 2 sets of sunglasses I bought. Not really expensive sunglasses, but good for the eyes. And they'll be gifts at Christmas time to the Indigenous elders up the coast. I love this pattern. I really do. All the patterns, everything I talk about, I'll put in links to them, tutorials, if they're tutorials, in the description below. If you're looking for the perfect gift for Christmas, a glass case. And if you've got scraps, even better. Now, Krista, the Secret Yarnery Krista, alive, she was going through gifts you could make for Christmas in July, and she talked about her 2-hour slippers. Well, I've made some. This is awesome. Doesn't take 2 hours. I didn't make my flowers this big, and I probably didn't use exactly the yarn she wanted me to use, because if you remember, I made my dog a coat and I didn't like the Beanie pet, and I had another ball of it. Well, I used the Beanie pet and Marvel 12-ply acrylic because you do 2 together. But these are awesome. They don't look great off, but they look okay on, and I really like them. And I have more of this horrible yarn, so I might make more, because my house is tiled and my feet get really sore and my rabbit slippers are wearing out. So that's a great tutorial. I definitely leave a link to that in the description below. So that's my sunglasses, my happy mail. Happy mail. Well, I went to post some happy mail yesterday to someone who doesn't know they're getting it, and I got told at the post office the new policies are from the US. We can only send 1 packet of manufactured biscuits. That means only 1 packet of Tim Tams. We're not allowed to send tea or coffee anymore. And I just looked at her and said, why? She said, don't know, came through. And not long after that, China brought in the same rules. Look, this wasn't my usual post office. I don't usually go there. I think I'll ask the ladies at the one I go to all the time. A lady I know who used to work for Australia Post said it's usually to do with commercial use. They usually let you send more than 1, but they won't let you send cartons of them. But yeah, she would only let me put in 1 packet of Tim Tams, and they're checking the parcels because they have to stop at their end, because if it gets stopped the other end, it'll just be sent back to me. So yes, my days as a Tim Tam dealer may be limited. That was it. From tomorrow, because today is the 31st of August here in Australia. It's at 31st of July, sorry. 1st of August tomorrow. And I'm on the countdown to my holiday vacation to the UK. 28 days till I fly out. Can't wait. Really looking forward to it. Catching up with my son, seeing some new sites, the yarn shopping, we hope. The best thing I've watched this week was Summer's Tips and Stitches, and she had, let me see, what to take on vacation, yarn to take on vacation. Whenever I go, I pack way too much. I might take that, and I end up filling part of my suitcase with yarn that I never use. And she had this video on what she does when she goes out, like to the doctors, which I do, that's fine. But when she goes on an aeroplane, and boy, was it awesome. I highly recommend you watch this if you're going to travel or you want to work out what to take, because it's been a big help to me. My only issue now is, do I buy a neck light or not? I have light up hooks, but I don't have a neck light. I'm not sure. I'm supposed to be curbing my yarny spending. Not with much luck at the moment. So there you have it, guys. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you're a subscriber, you keep following my yarn adventures. If you're new to the channel, check out my other videos. You might find something interesting and want to subscribe. Give this thumbs up, this video. I'd really appreciate it. It helps get the word out there that I'm looking for yarny friends. Till next time, stay safe, take care of each other, and have a crafty day. Bye for now.